Hi class, my name is Angelica Paredes and today I will be presenting to you my impromptu speech. So I chose, I believe, the first topic, which was the asking whether you believe that it's better for you to have kids when you're younger or wait until you're financially stable. And I chose this topic specifically for me because I think that I have a different standing on my belief and what my goals are going to be as far as having kids versus what my parents did, or a lot of my family members, or past generations of my family members. Specifically, I believe that you should be financially stable before you get married and have children. However, as I mentioned, a lot of my past generations or family haven't taken that route. So I know that my parents in particular took that route, something different than I would, and it's not necessarily that I agree with them, but they married and started a family young, and although it did work out for them in the long run, I know that unfortunately in a lot of cases it doesn't. So here are my three reasons why I believe it's better for a person to wait until they're financially stable to have a family. So my first reason is because a person should be able to provide for their family, and I think it's essential that you don't subject your children to this harsh reality of poverty, unfortunately, and then also have to make them choose between, like one necessity versus another necessity, or even one luxury versus another, or any at all. My second reason is I believe that it is better for not only the person, the family, but also the community as a whole. It's better for them to be financially stable. That way they won't be dependent on, like public assistance, such as public housing, food stamps, stuff like that. And instead, we can take that extra money that we save by the people being financially stable and put that into, our roadways, our freeways, our schools, our teacher salaries, or even, building libraries to educate people so that they can become financially stable in the long run. That's my second reason. And then my third reason would also be that that usually, although not always, when people rush into having children, parents end up in jobs that are somewhat labor intensive and manual labor, which don't require much education or little to any education. And although these can pay really well, I know that in the long run or in an accidental situation, it may not be beneficial. I know, for example, working at a workman's comp attorney, office or firm, I've come across a lot of clients who unfortunately had a family young, married young, had a family young, went into a job that was paying well for themselves. Unfortunately, that they, just lifted up a box or moved the wrong way, slipped and fell, and unfortunately they're not able to return to that job of injury. And they would have to go into vocational services, which unfortunately they don't have any education to fall back on. So I think that if they were educated, they wouldn't have to necessarily, use much of a manual labor, and they would at least, even minimal education, they would be able to fall back on that if anything, happened. But given these three reasons, those are my three reasons. Overall, I believe that you, the audience, should wait to have children until you're financially stable for you, your family, and also the community. Thank you for watching.